My best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
First carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over them. And got his man complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's a first down run with Collins. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll go ground game here to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board. And a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. They find some open field here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And fights through one man. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Looking for Woods that time.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Jeremiah Tauchu. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. Blue line.
From the gun, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, what a move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Detroit!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
second down. Collins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Good job, D. Good job. That's where you find the ball.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Goff. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Detroit!
Now Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Gone!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Buying time to his left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And Perriman's got it for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Perriman, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. He got 29 yards that time.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
14.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now Goff. Going up top for Cup. He's got it at the 15. A big play there. Goff to Cup. And even 40 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Now gone. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Ravens taking the field. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And the Rams getting set to go now. They had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Now Goff on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
14. Cut. 180.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeremiah Tauchu in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw on second down is gone. Going for the deep ball. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now they try the right side here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On second down, here's Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Samson Abukum in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15.
Now let's go. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Starting left here.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Third and 2, Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, it's Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. They'll get 3 up to midfield. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially when we get deeper in the game.
Back to throw, Goff. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Back there in that Philly. Here we go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Collins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now here on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Here's Jackson to throw, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here we go. 3-19.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Whoa.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And the pressure gets to him again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Dancing to his left. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And they'll go on the ground. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Goff on 1st down. Being chased at, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ely, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Up! Like 20! Yes!
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
14. Louis.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. And now here come the Ravens. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a give to Collins. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is